Guatemala Tzu Chi winter distribution, many families donated coins for good deeds. Geelong's assistive device platform team is always determined to deliver the requested equipment. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Joselle. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi Guatemala Liaison Office just held the last winter distribution for the year at Zacatepec Soccer Stadium, where roughly 800 families came to receive food supplies. After hearing about Tzu Chi's bamboo bank story, many donated their spare coins for a good cause.
Though it's just donating 1 penny, the drop of the coin still makes a sound. This metaphor inspired citizens to contribute by donating money or their efforts. After winter distribution in Zacatepec, Tzu Chi volunteers arranged a one-on-one distribution for seniors, in which volunteers accompanied seniors in receiving supplies. The supplies provided include rice, noodles, and seasonings, adding nutrients to their meals.
Arroz lo cocinamos con sopa, sino en caldito o así frito. El arroz que nos dan aquí lo cocinamos con. Ahora si no le echamos con verduras, lo cocinamos con verduras.
As the winter distribution comes to an end, 800 households have received their supplies and won't go starving into the new year.
Following a previous donation of clothing to the Salvation Army's Richmond House emergency shelter in Vancouver, Tzu Chi Canada chapter once again organized 50 blankets and 90 daily necessity packages to help homeless people through winter.
Packing in the most needed supplies, each bag includes 16 different items, including warm socks, gloves, scarves, and hats. Volunteers departed from Richmond Liaison Office and arrived at SARH Emergency Shelter. Upon arrival, volunteers witnessed snow as it hinted at the upcoming Christmas holidays.
Wow, it's beautiful.
We have 60 for male and 30 for female.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yes.
Because the female is a difference.
Yes.
And you see, we got some remark here. This for female.
Okay. Yes.
The Salvation Army Richmond House, myself and the staff want to thank you all for your generous donation. I'm so surprised.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys all for good service.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As representatives from the community arrived to collect supplies, they hugged volunteers to express thankfulness.
In Canada, Surrey Tzu Chi volunteers visit the homeless shelter every year prior to Christmas. This year is no different. Tzu Chi volunteers brought winter supplies and their most sincere wishes for the 20th year.
With a low temperature of 3 degrees Celsius, homeless people use shopping carts to transport their belongings as they seek shelter. The temperature dropped sharply after the beginning of winter, and coupled with the continued pandemic, homeless people are feeling desperate as Tzu Chi volunteers prepared winter supplies for them in Surrey.
This time we are giving out daily supplies for both men and women. The women's bed is a little different from the men's one. The only difference is that we have prepared special hygiene items for women to use.
Surrey Tzu Chi volunteers have been sending winter supplies to homeless people at the end of each year since 2002. So far, 20 years have passed, and many are treated like old friends as they truly appreciate Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit.
There are 3 principles that we follow when doing the distribution: gratitude, respect, and love. We are grateful for having the opportunity to do distribution. We must give these goods respectfully with a smile. This will allow the homeless to feel our love.
35 pieces of essential winter supplies warm everyone's heart and body. Volunteers personally delivered the goods with care so that everyone could feel the warmth and love.
Go out the door here. Thank you.
You guys come to our shelter to donate this stuff. So I really thank you for all donation you guys have provided through years, for years and years. And I want to thank you for look out this way.
The Christmas holiday is quickly approaching, and the warmth brought by the volunteers will enable this group of homeless people who are at a low point in their lives to gain more positive energy and welcome the sunshine that everyone deserves.
Tzu Chi New Zealand chapter has been providing scholarship to assist students in need since 2014. In the past, Auckland volunteers flew down to Christchurch each year to deliver the prizes. Since 2020, the ceremonies have been held online with the scholarship funds transferred to the schools to hand to the students.
Bamboo trees all the time.
A school in Christchurch, one in Auckland, both receive virtual blessings from Tzu Chi.
Welcome to our school. Thank you for your love and generosity. We are grateful for your loving care. Thank you so much.
Tzu Chi's scholarship money was wired to the school's accounts, while their certificates were express delivered. Both Linwood College and St. James School planned very thoughtful gratitude ceremonies for the event.
It's wonderful to know that your money, the support which comes from you and others around the world, can accomplish great things. We thank you for your support.
And I really appreciate that. Thank you.
In years past, we had many schools apply for scholarships. This year, it includes Auckland and Christchurch. But as many cities are locked down right now, schools aren't in session and applications have decreased a bit this year. We pray together to eradicate the virus so that we may be able to help more people.
As COVID is still active in the country, a local volunteer of Christchurch helped to complete the scholarship ceremony.
Taichung's Guangfu Junior High and Elementary School started to implement self-directed learning 6 years ago. This allows teachers to use tablets to design courses for areas including mathematics, Mandarin, English and art. Through digital learning, students have displayed speedy results.
At the performance art class, each person is handed with a tablet as they must make a meme photo by themselves.
If the photo isn't done correctly, or if there are places for correction, they can tell me and we can fix it immediately.
In the past, it's tough to see immediate results during performance art courses. Yet now with a tablet, results are out within a tap. At Taichung's Guangfu Junior High School 6 years ago, a self-learning program was implemented as 200 tablets were in place. If teachers are willing to design their courses, students are able to get a hold of their learning progress on a tablet.
The teacher writes too fast on the blackboard. Sometimes I can't catch up, so I will look at videos, and when I am confused, I can watch it again and understand it. If we write on the blackboard after one question, I will have to wipe it off, but if we use a tablet, they can pause videos if they are confused.
As teachers design courses based on the student's ability, the course becomes fun, and students even receive better math grades. Though there's a concern. Since tablets are connected to the internet, students' discipline with electronics becomes a greater lesson. If students are not focusing on the lecture, teachers might have another issue to deal with.
In Taiwan, Keelung is a city surrounded by both mountains and sea, where many vulnerable families live at locations with inconvenient transportation. The assistive device platform in Keelung started with one volunteer, Wu Wen-zhan, has now grown to a team of 17 volunteers that is determined to help people in need.
In Keelung, transporting assistive devices is like going up a mountain or going to coastal areas. Because we have mountainous areas here, as well as coastal areas, people are surprised to see that we cover all areas of Keelung.
because my dad has dementia and his hip bone has been broken, so his movement is more inconvenient. We just thought we need an electric medical bed to assist us. Our income is limited. If Tzu Chi is willing to help us, we don't have to worry as much financially.
Qilong was originally served by me alone. Because everyone said it was difficult to implement here, Tzu Chi asked me if I would dare to do it. I said I'd do it. So I started to do it alone. And now we have 17 people on the operation team.
My father is currently sick in bed. I've asked many people and friends about helping with assistive devices. None of them can support me. Later, the case manager came to discuss with me and mentioned that Tzu Chi provides such services. I was surprised to find just one day after I talked with Tzu Chi volunteers, they delivered the device to us.
If an application form is sent in, the responsible volunteers will take the initiative to process it. Items are delivered during the day and at night. We always cooperate with family members to give them assistive devices so that they can take care of their family members more conveniently.
We only have regular beds at home, so it is very laborious for the caregiver to help my mother turn over, or get up or feed her. If we apply for the assistive device, in addition to not having to spend so much money, it can also be used repeatedly. Of course, it is of great help to us.
At the 2021 Healthcare Expo in Taiwan, Tzu Chi Medical Mission's presentations were conspicuous. For the 4 days of the exhibition, 26 lectures were given to showcase innovative research and development. A patient recovering with stem cell therapy also came to thank the doctors for their care and support.
Utilizing stem cell therapy, patient Wong Mei-ying's situation improved. As good results are out, many are at the booth to witness Tzu Chi's medical technologies.
I have to get treatment every half a year, and every month I will have to take shots 4 days in a row. For half a year, my situation improved, so today I'm here at the exhibition.
Because of the top medical technology provided by Hualien Tzu Chi, the healthcare level of eastern Taiwan has raised. It's not worse than any other city.
Tzu Chi's medical results started from Hualien and further expanding into all regions in Taiwan. The improvement of new therapy has sped up during the pandemic as researchers created more innovations.
No matter how hard things can get, someone has to take the initiative to make the first step. Of course, sometimes there will be failure, but if no one is willing to do it, the area will be left uncharted. And to patients, there will be no hope.
Within 4 days, 26 lectures were given by experts. Teachers from Tzu Chi School of Medicine attended the event on a yearly basis.
Through our understanding, we will lead students in discovering more breakthroughs, further improving our healthcare level.
At the venue, Tzu Chi displayed their contributions in providing better medical technology while promising to protect the health of citizens.
2 years ago, a landslide disaster struck Mingjian Nantou in Taiwan, where the efficiency of Tzu Chi's disaster relief impressed Mingjian Township Office. This week, Tzu Chi and the Township Office signed a memorandum of understanding for disaster prevention cooperation to strengthen their future partnership.
August of 2019, Nantou County's Mingjian Township's Renhe Village experienced a severe mudslide disaster. Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized for disaster relief. They provided material aid and jingsi folding beds so that the evacuated residents at the temporary shelter can get a good night's rest. Through that disaster, Mingjian Township Office is looking to work closer together with Tzu Chi. Thus, in August of this year, they invited the volunteers to a disaster prevention and rescue training.
During the disaster work, we were lucky to have Tzu Chi come help us, and so it was that connection 2 years ago that helped bring us together once more today. We're happy to be able to do this disaster prevention work.
To enhance future partnership, both sides signed a memorandum of understanding of disaster prevention.
This way, information can be given to one another more rapidly. In the end, it benefits both sides to safeguard the community.
With this partnership of private and public sectors, it can increase the rate of disaster prevention.
We can see how much Tzu Chi continues to work on their ideals. They have improved on many of their aspects.
In the future, Tzu Chi and the Minjian Township Office will not only work together in disaster work, but also in charity, culture, and environmental protection to further work for the betterment of the community.
In Zhongzheng District's end-of-year blessing ceremony, the couple Wu Zhaoxiu and Ren Guoxiang are receiving their volunteer certification. Since the couple started volunteer training last year, their frequent quivering patterns slowly changed and are now walking on the Bodhisattva path together.
疫情的关系又延了半年，那时候我有点伤心难过，因为我等了很久。祝福师姐你的愿愿皆成。
The pandemic disrupted Ren Guoxiang's plan to join Tzu Chi's big family, though after becoming determined, she brought along her husband, who suffers from movement difficulties, to join Tzu Chi.
我们两个差12岁嘛。
Me and my husband are 12 years apart, so we have different personalities, families, and manners. So when we were young, we had a lot of fights over tiny things in life.
活上的琐碎事就很容易争吵。
In the past, the couple will get stuck on certain topics and never move on.
When the couple was young, they were hot-tempered and had a big ego. After participating in Tzu Chi's volunteer training for 2 years, the couple slowly changed over the course of time.
有了上人的法。
With Master Zhenyan's Dharma, the couple started to care for one another. Because of Tzu Chi, they found a common viewpoint, and it's great.
现在就是我们的话语变。
Now we talk more and we have more topics to talk about. We do the same things and we think the same way.
要越来越接近，想法也越来越接近。
家庭里面不是对错的地方。
The family isn't a place to fight over right or wrong. It's a place to nurture warmth and love. If we are willing to listen to our partner, we can change ourselves and receive wisdom.
求福慧。
Now the couple operates a pharmacy while starting a book club in a store. After volunteer training, they learn to be tolerant and grateful to their partner and let love guide the family.
Patients suffering from multiple disabilities and visual impairment (MDVI) may have developmental disabilities, mental conditions, or other physical limitations alongside visual disabilities. Caring for such individuals is both challenging and demanding. Thankfully, there's one institution in Taiwan willing to look after these patients.
建勇帅哥，起床喽！早安哦。来，请起床了。对。 好，来穿鞋子，我们去刷牙喽。好，来走。擦脸哦。
Many have emotional disorders, physical disorders, and various aspects of mental disorders along with autism. Many of these children with visual impairment are prone to autism.
建宏帅哥，吃药喽！建宏帅哥，他吃那个。
He takes epilepsy medicine, 3 cc in the morning, 3 cc at night, and there is medicine before going to bed.
Jianhong is the second son and has autism and intellectual disability. They are twins who have the same problem. After he was born, he was falling from heaven to hell.
从天堂掉到地狱吧。3 years ago, the eldest son died of an illness. Even though his father was grieving, he still had to look after the younger son, who continued to be tortured by illness.
好，自己放，来，摇，摇，自己摇，都是觉得，这孩子将来怎么办？我做家长的。
I was thinking about what a child will do in the future. As a parent, I hope to live one day longer than a child. I also think that maybe this is a way to keep him from losing the care he needs.
让他不要失去 照顾的一个办法。
If there are children with visual impairment and multiple disabilities in the family, it can be an unbearable burden, like this mother's pair of children who are also severely ill.
We are getting older and our physical strength must be declining, so it's harder and harder to take care of them.
As they grow up, they have more and more problems. With puberty, you will find that he has some real mental problems as well as other issues.
Sometimes he suddenly has emotional problems and may be more aggressive. I have been beaten 5 to 6 times. There are even scars from this.
Xiao Chang has a room by himself.
If he and his peers sleep in a room together, if a peer touches him, he will attack them.
We can't let him leave the institution because he is psychotic. We can't bear to let him leave, so we try all kinds of ways to help these kids. If they leave this place, where do you want them to go? They will be sent to a mental hospital.
Most social welfare and long-term care groups do not accommodate people with visual impairment and other disabilities. Organizations such as Maria, Eden, Shifang, Faith, Hope and Love, etc. mainly serve the physically and mentally disabled, but do not include extremely severe visually impaired patients. Multiple impaired patients, which can receive residential care in Taiwan, are only provided by the Huiming Foundation.
Because the degree of disability for our residents is so severe that our care manpower ratio is not just 1 to 3, we're even 1 to 2, but maybe 1 to 1. We are in the lead for manpower, which is very urgent.
Insufficient care workers mean that many have to grit their teeth, and even foreign patients with multiple visual impairments are coming here for care.
In the Philippines, there is no such institution, so Jenna's family sent her to Taiwan to receive care. She was alone here in Huiming Nursing Home. The family also has a line group in the Philippines, so we can tell her family about her current situation. When we reach the age of needing a nursing home, these patients are also getting older and older, and the family can't take care of them.
The world of those with blindness and multiple disabilities can be very scary, but family members must move forward and provide loving care to all the people in need.
The newest DaAi drama on the life story of Tzu Chi volunteer Wang Mingxian is about to be released. Let's take a first peek before the ending of today's news. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.